Hey everybody, this is Fumi from freespiritedfumi.com. I'm just trying to fix my hair. Okay, so this is going to be a two-part video, and it's going to be split into two videos. One video will be the prerequisites getting ready for the interview, and the second part of the video will be about using your feminine energy during the interview to make things go, your way. So let's get started. Okay. I'm tired. Okay, so before the interview, even if, and I have had people come to me over the years and talk to me about this, and some of the things I say may not make sense, but trust me, just do them. I've worked in HR before, just do them. Even if you've already emailed your resume, uploaded your resume, bring a copy of your resume with you. Bring a pen and a copy of your resume. Make sure the pen works. So make sure it works. So bring a copy of your resume, one or two. I bring two copies and I bring two pens in a folder. Bring a copy of your resume. If you need to, bring a copy of your reference sheet. Now, do not give them the references unless they ask if you don't already have it stapled to your resume. I usually bring my reference sheet with me and keep it in my folder, and then if they ask me, I have it. If not, then I don't give it to them. I don't really need to use a lot of references. I usually just get hired based off of personality and experience. So yeah, so now depending on what industry you're in, be sure to bring your portfolio. Either some people say bring a CD portfolio, but for me, I find it's best to print out, like I said, this is very specific, print out pictures or whatever in a little tiny notebook, like print it out, don't draw it, like print it out, have it typed up nice in a little binder or little, like a little binder thing for your portfolio, and that way you can bring it and give it to them. It will impress them. I've gotten job offers off of having a portfolio, and yeah, not a lot of people do that. So if it's relevant to your industry, bring a portfolio separate. You should be, depending on what kind of portfolio it is, you can make a mini cheap version of a portfolio, like get like the little cheap binders that have like the clear cover and give it to them, or you could bring a hard copy of your portfolio and just open it. And instead of going, like looking at your resume and going bullet to bullet, you can literally say, well, like I said, on my resume, I did this, and then you open your portfolio. I brought my portfolio to give you an example of what I did. Here are some of the things that I did at this job, and this is how it's relevant. So portfolio, references, your own resume, copies of your resume, a pen. Okay, also what you need to do is go back through the job description and look at the bullets and underline the things that underline the job qualifications or there's parts of the description that that basically match the experience you already have, and look at your resume and say, okay, I have this is where I did this, this is where I did this. That way, during the interview, you can be like, yeah, I'm very qualified. Why am I qualified? Because I've actually already I have experience doing this already. What do you mean by I have experience? This is what I did in this job, which corresponds, and kind of like mirror that. Also, what you should do is always, now this isn't always going to be the case because whoever schedules your interview, even sometimes somebody who says, I'm going to interview you, sometimes you'll get there and it'll be a totally different person. Sometimes you'll have a group interview. Sometimes you'll have multiple interviews plus a group interview. But if you do know who you're interviewing with, Google that person. Make sure they don't know, but don't tell them. Don't tell them you Googled them. Don't tell them you Google them. It's kind of creepy. So Google them. Look at their Facebook, LinkedIn, and the key is to build rapport. You may Google the person and find out that they loved dogs, and somehow you can throw that in there about you going to a dog company. You know what I'm saying? Find things. Okay, I'm going to go through this in the other video, but basically research the person that's interviewing you because it could give you information that you could use to build rapport with that person on a more human level outside of the career. Research the company. Yeah, know the position and research the company. This is so critical. And whenever they say, do you have any questions, have at least three questions that you would like to ask for more information. Now, during the initial interview, depending on your industry and how polite or impolite it is to ask about the pay up front, some people ask for the pay, like how much is this going to be, what's the standing price, and some people don't. Most people usually either know, if they don't know from the job advertisement how much they're going to get paid, they don't ask during the initial interview. But some people, you do ask how much, am I going to be paid, what's the offering price or whatever. Now benefits, go into benefits later. You want to go into benefits when they've offered you the job, but you don't accept it. You say, let me look over the benefits package first before you accept the job. So you're very interested. I'd just like to take a look at the benefits package. I don't know where to look. I'm just looking everywhere in this video. But yeah, research the company and have 3 questions to ask about the company. Also, ask the person, think of some questions to ask the person there. Now, this will maybe be easier once you start talking to whoever's interviewing you, but yeah, ask them questions, not personal questions, but like, oh, what made you decide to, here's some examples. What made you decide to work for this company? Or, yeah, that's a good question. I'm trying to think of something else. Okay, what made you decide to, da-da-da-da. If they give any information about themselves, it'll be easier to kind of come up with some questions to ask them. They can be like, oh yeah, I changed companies or I changed positions. Like, why did you change? You know what I'm saying? Ask professional questions, not personal questions. Ask professional questions, nothing personal. My tip is, for some of y'all, do not wear perfume or anything that smells, because people can be allergic or just hate the scent. Like I know some girls think they're cute and they wear these perfumes and they walk around and it just stinks so bad and it hurts my nose or I start crying. Like, do not wear perfume or anything. Wear deodorant. Bathe and wear deodorant. Do not wear perfume. Go scentless. It's just you don't know who you're dealing with. So just no scents. So what I would, okay, when it comes to purses, if you're gonna bring a purse, your purse, if you're going to bring a purse, it needs to be preferably black or brown, dark brown or gray. No patterns, no chains, no glitter, no motifs, nothing on it. It needs to be it's solid, one color, and it needs to look like almost like a briefcase purse. It needs to be very serious, very conservative if you're going to use a purse. If you're going to bring a purse and put like your resume and everything. Also, with your resume, your references, and your pens, you need to have a separate scrap paper. Just get printer paper or line paper and put it in your folder, because you may need to write down information or take notes about like just extra details, so they say, oh, I forgot, and you're like, oh, hold on, let me write this down so I don't forget, or when your second interview is, or just anything. You never know. You want to have a pen, you want to have a scrap of paper, you want to have your resume, copies of your resume, you want to have an optional portfolio. So have a scrap paper there to take notes just in case. Now this is basically, like I said, this is based off of your industry, so it may not apply to you. Okay, for nails. Nails should be short and should be either clear, French manicure, or light pink or nude. Like, don't do any other crazy colors, no glitter, no spots, nothing for ladies. The best thing you can do, make sure your clothes are not too tight. There should be no breasts, no chest, basically no cleavage, no lower back, no mid-back, no midriff, no belly, no thigh. No, basically your skirt, if you wear a skirt or dress, it should be, wow, this is already 7 minutes? Wow, sorry. Okay, there should be no, I feel like I'm talking fast. There should be, basically it should be conservative. You should be wearing conservative clothes. Now, my recommendation, and studies have also proven this for women, I would recommend you either wear a dress, and it's hard, like it's hard to find dresses that are conservative enough for interviews nowadays. But if you have one that's conservative enough, do not show any of your arms. Like, you should have sleeves, if like some kind of sleeve. You don't want to. Most girls don't have Obama arms. This, President, Michelle Obama's arms. So you should have some kind of sleeve action going on. Shave your underarm. If you're going to be showing all that arm, or to have sleeves or something. Yeah, no cleavage, none of that. Your skirt should be at your knees, or just slightly above your knees, or at your knees. Your dress, same thing. It should be at your knees. It should not be skin tight. I preferably wear, depending on your industry, you may have some leeway. Black, white, well, not a white dress. You know what I'm saying? Incorporate white in there. Don't be wearing all white. Black is fine, gray, brown. However, nowadays women can incorporate more colors into their outfit, into interview outfits, and it still be feminine and professional. You definitely want to dress feminine. I'm biased. You can wear pantsuit, you can wear a suit. You can. I, however, am very feminine. I only, at this point in my life, only wear skirts, and I wear like a skirt and a dressy top, or a skirt and a dressy top and a suit, a feminine suit, or I wear a dress, maybe with a nice little like sweater or something to go with it. But ever a formal dress, I can wear black and gray and dark brown. However, I've gotten to the point where I know how to incorporate color into my professional wardrobe so that it's still professional, but I bring light. Like, I literally walk into places and I bring life there. I'm like springtime, and not in a bad way. Like, oh my gosh, like, thank you. Color is powerful. Color therapy is there. So, you know, if you don't know what to wear, I am now offering one-on-one business consultations over Skype, over the phone, over Facebook chat, over Google chat, and you get to have 2 one-hour sessions with me, one before the interview where we'll look over your resume. I can see what you're wearing and coach you on what to wear and give you personal tips for whatever job you're going for to help prepare you for your resume, but your interview, and even give you some mock questions before, and then another hour after the interview to kind of follow up and see how you did and maybe give you some advice on that. And this like little coaching session also includes a tarot reading for free. Now, if you don't want all that and you just want a tarot reading, you can just get a separate career tarot reading, and I can do that separately. But, you know, I also have this separate career consultation package. So you can see that on my site, freespiritedflummy.com, about the package for the career. It includes the reading and more one-on-one help, and then there's a separate reading. So, okay, for shoes, closed-toed shoes, you can wear heels, not stilettos, business, like you have to look business, okay? I wear flats because I just don't wear heels like that anymore. To be honest, it's not worth it for me. But yeah, heels, they should be conservative black. No prints, no stripes, just solid colors to match your outfit. I would not advise bare legs. I would advise at least putting on stockings. Nowadays, they even have leggings that are like stocking leggings are like different colors. Like I said, I know how to do it professionally and look good and professional. Not everybody can. The safe thing to do if you're showing your legs is to wear stockings, flesh toned or black, depending on what you're wearing. Yeah, so you guys, you just really gotta ask people, like, you know, ask your family members, ask your lover, you know, do I look professional? You know, really take a look at that. Also, I'm gonna make this a little bit quicker because it's getting long. Preparing for the interview, you also want to make sure you eat beforehand. Eat before you get dressed. Eat before you get dressed, because there's nothing like getting dressed and then you're eating breakfast on the way there and then you get a stain. Eat first, take a shower, get dressed, and leave. Also, before you get there, you want to plan, like if your interview's at 10 a.m., you need to tell yourself your interview's at 9:45. Don't come any earlier than 15 minutes, because before that, they're going to get irritated. If you get there super early, don't even go in. Wait at least 15 to 10 minutes. Be there 15 to 10 minutes early, no earlier than that. Make sure you have the number and the name of the person interviewing you. Yes, you need the number, because if you get lost, you need to be able to personally call them and either reschedule or to talk to them later. Okay, let's see, what else do you need to do? Make sure you know where parking, if you're driving, make sure you know where you can park. Email them the day before, and any questions you have should be done the day before of your interview. If it's on a Monday, you need to ask these questions by Friday. Find out these questions: where can I park, where do I go, you know, what building, what suite number, all that. You need to know all that. You need to know all that information before you even go there, because you just want to show up and look great. Be on time, do not be late. And if you're running late, call at least 15 to, really, in my opinion, if you're going to be late, call 30 minutes or more ahead of time. If you can't do that, then call as soon as you can. You know, don't be calling 15 minutes late, like, oh, I'm late. Yeah, you were late 30 minutes ago. Like, don't do that. So yeah, be confident and smile. So this video is getting long, so I'm going to go to part 2. Part 2 of this video, I'm going to try to organize it better. Part 2 of this video is basically going to be about how to use your feminine energy in your job interview to stand out from your competition naturally. And yeah, so definitely, I talked really fast because I was hoping not to talk too long, but it's getting long anyway. So stay tuned for part 2. And that's coming right after this. And definitely check out my site for any help you may need personally for your job interview. So that's all. Be sure to subscribe and like my Facebook channel if you want, Black Woman Moving On. And check out my site. So that's all. Good luck on your interviews. I know a lot of people are emailing me. They have interviews coming up, so good luck. I talked kind of fast, so maybe you want to write notes for this video or rewatch it again before you go on your interview. But I definitely feel like the second part is going to be really it's going to be really helpful, especially for ladies. So that's all. Bye-bye.